And so the prophecies were true. Back from the wilderness to take his rightful throne atop the cinematic pyramid, the great Viggo Mortensen has a new movie out. And so in celebration of this Ranger from the North, I've decided to make this rundown of my top 5 Viggo Mortensen movies. Number 5. Captain Fantastic. Possibly the most Viggo-esque character out there, Captain Fantastic is the story of a father who rejects the status quo of modern society and raises his family of 6 children off-grid in the Pacific Northwest. They are trained to hunt, to think deeply, and to be aggressively independent and self-sufficient as they go in search of their mother, who has been lost to their more normal grandparents. A perfect performance from Viggo, who seemed like he was entirely at home in that world. He is after all a man who hunts, rides horses, speaks 7 different languages, and didn't even own a smartphone until very recently. A true Captain Fantastic.
So they know we're coming!
Number 4. Eastern Promises. Viggo's second collaboration with director David Cronenberg, Eastern Promises is an unflinching portrayal of the Russian criminal underworld that operates within London. Mortensen plays the enigmatic Nikolai, who works as a driver for a Russian family tied up in the murder of a teenage girl. However, unlike the spoiled children of oligarchs that he drives around, Nikolai has a cool head and street smarts that elevate his position within the mafia. Who better then than Mortensen to play this role? He was nominated for an Oscar this year, and if it wasn't for a certain Daniel Day-Lewis in There Will Be Blood, I'm sure he would have won it. Number 3. The Road. A darker than dark adaptation of the post-apocalyptic Cormac McCarthy novel. The Road is a brutal but important watch. Struggling to survive amidst scarcity, cold, and the constant threat of violent cannibalistic bands, a father and son journey towards the coast, hoping to find safety and remnants of civilization. The film poignantly explores themes of survival, the bond between parent and child, and the enduring flicker of hope in the bleakest of circumstances. The type of hope that a presence like Viggo's certainly brings to bear. Again, the choices of films that Mortensen makes are reflective of who he is and what he considers important in the world. And his choice to make The Road was in keeping with this philosophy. This integrity is a huge part of the reason why Mortensen's filmography is so impressive. Number 2. The Lord of the Rings trilogy. What more can be said about this trilogy? The greatest fantasy adaptation there has ever been, and a cinematic legacy that will ring out through the ages. And vital to this was having actors who were a perfect fit for their characters. And none fit better than Viggo as Aragorn. He said his main reason for taking the part was initially due to his son's love of the books. But being of Scandinavian extraction, Mortensen also had a love of Nordic sagas and linguistics, and so he was able to quickly find himself at home in Tolkien's world. This has to go down as one of the most perfect pieces of casting in film history, if not the best. And I can't think of any other actor who could play both the Ranger and the King so faultlessly. Number 1. A History of Violence. And speaking of dualistic characters, my number 1 Viggo Mortensen movie is his collaboration with David Cronenberg in the 2005 crime thriller A History of Violence. Mortensen plays a gentle suburban father, but like Strider the Ranger, this man is hiding something in his long-distant past. Only this time it's not royal lineage, but a history of violence within the East Coast Mafia. This performance brought out the best of Mortensen's acting skills, as he managed to play the two sides of this character off of each other perfectly. It's almost like a Black Swan, White Swan crossover, but in the form of a crime thriller. The romance scenes in particular demonstrate how Mortensen changes from a loving husband into a dark, compelling character with such ease. Not many actors out there could pull this twist off so fluently. And so there you have it, my top 5 Viggo Mortensen movies. And to be honest, I can't think of a bad film that he's made. But you let me know what you think, let me know what your favourite Mortensen films are, and make sure to check out The Dead Don't Hurt on the big screen as he would want it to be seen. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.